Good morning.
Well, good morning. Yesterday was something.
Yeah, yesterday was a day. So we started out the day with thinking that we'd be able to do shakes all across the roof. We put down the first row, put down the row on top of that row. The first one goes two on top.
Yeah, it's a double one.
And by the time we got there, we realized we had nowhere near enough shakes. So we counted it up, and we needed about 690 shakes total. And we had just under 300.
So that's not near enough. And
No.
so Spencer called the company that supplied them to us. And they were in lot, so it was kind of like they couldn't count the bundles to be like, this is how many square feet you have.
Right, and they knew how many square feet we needed total, which included the top roof and the little roof we'll do later. And so he was happy to help us out. He said, come on by. He had shingles left that you could give us. So these are smooth on both sides, smaller and 16-inch compared to 24-inch. But he gave us all he had there, which is still not enough. And he knew that. He said if I could come back in another week and a half, they'll help us out and get us even more. So problem is, it's raining tomorrow. We have to make a decision, and we were kind of already debating on if we should put shakes where you really can't see them on the roof.
Yeah, so from anywhere in the yard, you mostly can't see the shed roof. You can kind of see it from the kitchen window. You can kind of see it from the very highest point of the yard. It's just very infrequent. Also, additionally, we were worried, or I was worried, that the fact that we have a 2 and 12 pitch roof, and that's the bare minimum for asphalt shingles and cedar shakes and shingles. That's really the minimum is 4 and 12, and we were just kind of like ignoring that fact.
So, solution is what we're going to do. We already have those shakes down. There is no getting them up without breaking them all.
Yep.
And so
It would just be waste.
So what we're going to do is leave that there, and we're going to line the edges as well with shakes or shingles, cedar shingles. And then we're going to put in the middle asphalt shingles. So we're making a hybrid or marrying the two materials. We haven't seen this done.
It's a unique first-time thing. I don't think anybody's had any reason to do this.
So we don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to go for it. It does save us some money, and it looks okay. Like, we looked at it last night. We put some up. We put it up at 2 inches out. I don't think that's enough for the shakes to.
Yeah, we just kind of like laid.
And then we put them out about like just at the nail line, and that looked pretty okay. It actually looked intentional, so we're going to say it was intentional. But we're going to make it together. We're going to see how it works. It should work pretty well. So stick with us. We're going to see what you think at the end, and hopefully we'll like it too. So
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully
All right.
we'll beat the rain.
Well, today's the only day we have to work on it, so we better get going.
Yeah, all right, bye.
Okay, so let me point out what I'm doing so far. So right now, this is going over halfway over the course below it for the tar felt. The reason we're doing that is that's what's recommended for a 2 and 12 pitch. So that's what we're doing, especially now that we're using asphalt shingles at this point. On this side, I have some asphalt shingles going here, and then they kind of stop here. And that's because this is the back side. No one's going to see it, and that's not our property. So on this side, I am going I'm going to the courses, and as I come to new pieces, I'm trying to work them in. So this piece goes underneath this shingle and this shingle, and now this goes over both of those, and now I'm going to put a new shingle that goes over that. So I'm going to try to kind of weave them together, so I'll make a better water barrier. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. So I have this new piece here coming here, and then here's this piece is going to go over this, and it's kind of weaving it together. So I'll do that, and then I'll do the next, and I'll keep on weaving it. So I'm installing this with I decided on a 6.5 reveal. They said that 10 inch is fine, but I wanted to make sure it had some strength to it.
Well, in the 10-inch, I think we're with shakes, and these are shingles, so I don't remember the difference.
And I started out feathering these, but then I think I read in the literature too that you're not supposed to really feather them. So here I'm just doing the straight pieces. Hopefully it'll help.
Yeah, you do shingle them like you would with step flashing for shakes, but you do not do that for shingles for some crazy reason.
I don't know why, but anyway, that's what we're doing. So this should still have the look we want from below. And hopefully it'll actually give it some real water tightness here. Hey, Anna.
Hey.
So what are you doing?
I am cutting off these tabs on this 3-tab roofing material, shingles, just to create a starter course.
Okay. So how do you do that?
I'm taking this, trying to be as straight as I can. And the idea with this is that you take this and you install it this way on your first course of shingles when they go over it at the end. Now you've got shingle under there.
Okay.
So it hides the first little gap.
Can you show me that razor blade that you're using to cut it?
Hey, so what are we up to?
Okay, so we are putting down shingles now. Asphalt shingles, just normal old asphalt shingles. So we have our first layer down. We have our starter strip beneath that. And then we have our second row. So now we're on to installing these just like we normally would. The only difference I have is at the edge here, I am using a longer nail, a 3 1/4 or 1 3/4 instead of 1 1/4, just so it hopefully gets down to the OSB.
Because we have those cedar shakes right there.
And I've already looked in from below. You can't see it there when you start at the edge.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay. Second row is installed. It's not actually looking too bad. So that's pretty good. Look at that. That looks like we meant to do it.
This is going fairly darn quickly. Pretty quick.
It goes really fast.
I think the thing that takes the most time is snapping those chalk lines.
Okay, so we're about an hour in, and here we are. We're about halfway up the roof, and we've gotten everything looking great. Honestly, this looks pretty good. I'm not too upset about this. Happy accidents. Hey.
Hey.
So we're about halfway through the first side. How's shingling going so far?
It's great. I would say, because it's nice and cool out and it's not roasting, I'd say it's going a lot quicker than even like flooring inside the house, pop and click in floating flooring, because that you're making decisions about what piece looks nice. This is all uniform, so it just doesn't matter what piece you pick.
So we're just snapping lines and going.
Yeah, it's great. So I like roofing, but we're also on a 2 12 pitch and it's not the middle of summer, so
yeah.
So there's that. And then I need to trim that because it's going over the edge of the plate. Yeah, it works.
Tell me something I haven't heard before. 'Cause I'm restless and I'm dying to know more. Show me something I haven't seen before. 'Cause I'm tired of the same boats, the same shore. It's time, my friend, to leave this hell behind us. We got everything we need to make a change. I can't keep pretending I'm right where I wanna be. I'm hopeless, lead me to better days. 'Cause I'm too young to face the end, but I'm old enough to start again. And I still got time. The world is trying to pin me down, but I'm running at the speed of light. And I still got time. Give me something worth fighting for. 'Cause my heartbeat has been silent for too long. Tell me one thing, are you happy, are you satisfied? I know that you know when you're done. It's time, my friend, to leave this hell behind.
On the other side, we had tar felt and shakes going back and forth. And then shakes, and then we were putting the asphalt shingles over all that. On this one, I think I've decided, you know what, I'm just going to nail through the shingles. I'm just going to put the shakes on top of it.
Yeah, because they were kind of lumpy.
Yeah, it was lumpy. I don't know how that's going to work out. However, I don't know what's better for it for breathing and for it, like, not cupping. So we'll just see. I guess it's a test. So we'll see which one works better. But all I care about is just seeing the very edge of it. So I think it's going to be fine either way. Yeah.
Hey, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Just bringing these all up here is tired. Oof. That's a lot.
Never coming home. 'Cause I'm too young to face the end, but I'm old enough to start again. And I still got time. The world is trying to pin me down, but I'm running at the speed of light. And I still got time.
All right, we're about to close up this hatch. We do have a ladder to get on and off the roof. So about to close up the hatch. This is all the stuff we need. Our OSB, the little tabby things, all our roofing shingles. We're gonna bring up another piece of tar felt. Our drip cap. Oh, we need to bring up our ridge vent thing. But we can bring that up the ladder.
Okay, so we're putting it in. There we go. That's not going anywhere.
All right, so this is 13 rows over here and 13 rows over here, not including this one that Spencer's working on right now. We are finishing off the shingling of the roof with the asphalt shingles. And it started to drizzle last night and during the middle of the night. So we had to protect our tools. We took down the big ones like the leaf blower and the pneumatic nailer. But so we didn't have to go up and down with the ladder with all of our tools. We just hid them underneath all this piles of shingles that we still had up here. There's actually more under there. All right, now to get on to finish this up and get it watertight, it will start really raining around 5 p.m. tonight. So
I saw 1 p.m. We got to get going.
Oh, it keeps changing then.
Yeah.
So we got to get going. Ah, tools. More tools. This is how much more we have to go. That's probably enough.
What is?
20. So we do 5, 10, 15, 20 is right up here. I think that'll get us under that vent.
All right, let's do it.
All right, 4 more rows.
4 more rows. Our line is extra special because it's both a chalk line
And a plumb bob.
Pull it tight. It's 10.
10. Ready? Okay, so what are you doing over here?
So we have finished putting the shingles on this side, the asphalt shingles. So now I'm putting on the cedar shingles that you'll be able to see from below. And I'm overhanging it by about 3/4 of an inch. I'm going up 7 inches for my nailing pattern. And I go nail, and then nail. They were very clear to say try to only use 2 nails, so that's what I'm doing. And I'm kind of alternating thick to thin. I don't know why. You're not going to see it. So, but that's what I've been doing. And I'm just nailing straight through the shingles. Beneath this is just the eave, so I'm not that concerned about water tightness directly below this. So we're really getting close to the end here. And I think that's actually going to be farther up. Yeah.
It might be it.
That's about it in there. And
we'll-
I have a edge piece I'm going to get in a little bit.
We'll do a cedar end cap for this.
Yep. I got a cedar end cap. I'm going to make sure it's lined up over there.
So this is what we were doing before. We were doing this. And then we decided to switch gears and do this on top of the shingles.
Yeah, we decided it's really no difference.
We decided there's no difference in water tightness. I mean, it's going to be fine. I don't know how these are going to dry out or not. Hopefully this alternating the pattern, I don't know. Hopefully some of these will get air underneath them to dry out on the bottom.
Yeah, I think they'll be.
So we'll see. I guess we can report back to see what does.
If it completely fails in a year, we'll let you know.
Yeah. It may be hard to see, but there is the edge of our cedar shakes. Okay, hey Anna.
Hey, so I'm about to cut this shingle into 2.5 tabs just to finish out our layout. And I thought I'd point out something that I didn't see anybody else say anywhere online when watching videos on how to shingle a roof, which is, and I don't know if it's just specific to this company or this brand, but this brand has these little notches.
I'm going to get way zoomed in.
Yeah.
To that.
Has these little notches
Let's see here. Oh, that.
already sliced into the tab so you know where the half is.
So that's
so
at the half mark.
That's at the half tab mark. So I mean,
you start with a half piece.
yeah, because here you can like easily see where to cut off a full tab. But if you want to cut off a tab or a tab and a half, or
All right. So how do you cut that half tab?
all right.
This is how Ann does it.
Well, I'm just kidding.
Because other people probably can do this without.
Needing a square.
Right. And I'm doing a little backwards here because I want to have the square against a longer piece. But yeah, if you just make sure you line up that tab right there, and there you go. And you snaps and you pat on the backside or else the rocks will rip up your.
And that way you're also cutting the
Tape.
there. So you.
Yes, because when I was cutting on the front, the tape was not getting sliced very well.
Okay. So now what do you have? You have the half and you have.
2.5.
Yeah. All right, so what's going on right here?
All right. So right now we have a whole bunch of these half pieces.
They're left over from our cutoffs from our starter strip.
Yeah, from our starter strip. So what we're doing is we're lining the top because the nails are a little bit too low for the ridge vent to cover. So that way the ridge vent will actually cover the nails. And I should say, it is raining right now. We actually had to stop and not have our time-lapse video cameras going because it was going to rain in and out the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, Hannah.
Hey.
So it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining.
She's working desperately to get her pieces cut here.
We're so close.
We're so
Like,
close.
those aren't installed yet, but like, yeah, I think it's raining now.
Yeah, this is real rain.
This is actual rain, so
All right.
as soon as we could just leave these laying on here and it'd be fine.
Well, as wind doesn't happen, yeah.
We should probably get down,
Okay.
most likely.
The ladder will get slippery soon, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should get down.
All right, let's get down.
All right.
All right, well, we're getting rained out. We are
Really
just have the ridge cap left to go, but that's it. Yeah, our concern is that if it does keep on raining, the ladder will get too slippery to actually go down on.
It says rain until 3 p.m. now.
It should be watertight though. Okay, it rained up here. So we're up here in the 20-minute span that we have to finish installing everything. Okay. We have rain coming in any second.
It's on and off.
We have finished some of the shingles over to the right. Anna's putting on our ridge vent right now. So we nailed in one side completely, and then we're nailing in the other side.
Yeah, and then for the shingles, there's a nail line on here that we're supposed to hit for when we install the shingles, which need to penetrate all the way through the roof deck. Hey,
so I just wanted to say we're almost done with the roof. Like, finally.
it's a little soggy up here, but
There we go. All right, so here we go. We are done with the roof.
yes. We can come back up here and put some globs of caulk or something on those nail heads, but that's yeah, we're done.
All right, throwing off the last bit.
Of the bundle, we had 4 left over extra.
4 at the end of the...
Checking this off the roof.
Hey! Didn't even hit any trees. Can we throw the leaf blower off like that?
No.
The roof is done. This is the best it will ever look. Here's this edge. So here's this edge with the shingles going over it. Visually it looks better, but it's totally a bump there. And here's this edge with just the shingles on top, the shakes on top. I don't know which one will do better over time. Then here is at the bottom.
I got 14 feet, 11 and a half inches. And then coming over to you. Hey,
I have it down here at even with the bottom of the silk light using a level.
all right, under 15 feet. That's pretty good.
Hello, Anna.
Hey, so we are done with the roof, which is exciting. We're dried in and, well, mostly dried in. The windows aren't in, so technically I guess that's not really dried in. But the roof is on, so it's not going to rain inside the building. That's great.
So tell me about what we started on the roof idea and where do we end up?
Okay, so we started with the idea that we were going to use cedar shakes on this roof. But once we put our first course on, our first double course on both the ends, we realized we don't think we have enough material. So we shifted gears and decided to do the rest of the roof in asphalt shingles. The cedar we left on because if you were to rip it off, it would have just wasted that material anyway. It would have just broken into pieces. So we left it on there. So from below, it looks like we have a cedar shake or cedar shingle roof, and it's all an illusion. So we finished off the front edge with the same thing to kind of keep up that illusion. And then the rest is asphalt shingles. I was a little worried in the first place about the cedar shakes for the pitch of our roof being 2 and 12. I think the minimum is 4 and 12 for cedar, and we were just kind of ignoring that fact. So the asphalt shingles, the minimum is 2 and 12, and that's what we have. So that's acceptable.
And we have a better ridge cap too.
Yeah, the ridge cap.
It's actually solid plastic instead of the foamy stuff.
Yeah, so that way, you know, this is solid plastic under here. So if it rains on here, it comes down and it's shingled underneath there. Whereas for the cedar, it was just this kind of like mesh foam. And it was just, well, not really foam, mesh
material.
It's like swivelly, like a Brillo pad. And all it was relying on for water tightness was just some pieces of cedar that were nailed together like this. And I really wasn't sure about that, honestly. So I feel a bit better about this roof ridge vent than the other one. Next up is putting house wrap on the shed. and then also putting sheathing. So we already have practice with the OSB.
Well, and a fun thing with the house wrap is you can go right over the windows. So it actually does dry it in until we have the glass ready to install.
That's true. But it's so easy to pass things through the windows if you need to. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe so you're notified when our next video goes live, and we'll see you there.